Yesterday was an exciting day for the NHL as a whole, but the Carolina Hurricanes. And part of that excitement is now joining us on the Heister Automotive Group hotline. Defenseman Sean Walker, fresh off a 5-year, $18 million contract being signed at a free agency to join the Canes. He joins us. Sean, thank you very much for taking the time. I'm sure it's been a bit chaotic.
A little bit chaotic, but thank you for having me.
Well, let me be amongst the first to welcome you to Carolina, and we'll start with the basic part here. You had a nice season, really, really nice season for yourself last year. I'm sure you had options. Why choose Carolina?
Yeah, I think as it came down to it, it was just becoming clear that, the term that I wanted and the dollar value, that was kind of going to be the fit there. But even more so, you're getting the opportunity to come to a team like Carolina where they're been so good for so long now. And they're going to make a push every year. And that's really appealing as I'm starting to get older. And to be able to sign a long-term contract and have that ability to be on such a great team every year, that was the boxes that needed to be checked. And it seems like it's going to be a great fit.
I'm curious about this because you spent the obvious beginning chunk of your career with the Kings out in L.A. Last year, time with both the Flyers and Avs. What is said about the Canes when you're in those other locker rooms and you're playing the Canes, or they come up in a conversation? Kind of what's the reputation that drew you here?
It's usually, oh God, we got to go play those guys again. It's never a fun night when you got to play the Hurricanes. The style of play is in your face and fast, and so much talent, and they're hard to play against. It's never a fun night playing against the Hurricanes. So I've been saying it to all my friends and family. I'm really excited to be on the other side of things. So it's going to be a great fit, and I'm really looking forward to it.
We're talking with Sean Walker, one of the brand new Carolina Hurricanes after signing yesterday in free agency, defenseman. You've played in you've talked about this kind of Hurricane system. Some players or some fans think it might be a little daunting to play for the Canes and all the effort and everything that they're asked to do. Are you ready for that kind of adjustment in the system that Coach Brind'Amour asks the guys to play?
Absolutely. And, I think more and more teams are trying to adapt to that, and I think that's partly in a way because of the way the Hurricanes have played and the success that they've had. But yeah, I think of myself as a great skater, and I've always been on top of my fitness, I'd like to think. So I don't think there's going to be any issues there. And again, I think the way that I like to play the game and skate and join the rush and keep the pressure on other teams, I think it's going to fit perfectly, and I think I'm going to excel in the systems.
I saw you just had some other media availability, and one of the quotes was you think you're definitely a little offensive minded. Do you think there's obviously a history here in Carolina with the blue line getting the opportunity to score. Do you have your eyes on maybe a few more findings at the back of the net?
Yeah, I think that's something you always want to do, as long as you're not sacrificing defense, and I think that was something that going into this year, I kind of put the offensive thing in the back of my mind, actually, and funny enough, it leads to more offensive opportunities. When you're solid in your own zone, the puck gets out, guys make plays, you go spend more time in the other zone, and you get those opportunities. So, but I know the history of how well guys have done there, and I'm just looking to add and hopefully be a great fit there and contribute to a lot of wins.
It's interesting you bring that up, and we're talking with Sean Walker, one of the new Canes here on the Heister Automotive Group hotline, because you mentioned, like, statistically, especially when you look at point production, this past season was your best, even with a midseason trade. Was that something internally for you, like you just mentioned, kind of your outlook, or was there something going on with Philly and Colorado that opened that up?
I think I was really given a great opportunity in Philadelphia to play lots of minutes, play with the top six forwards, and really get those offensive chances. That's something I might not have always been given when I was in LA. Obviously, playing behind Drew Doughty, there's limited numbers and minutes out there for everybody else. But so I just took the opportunity and ran with it this year, and felt good. I knew it was my contract year, and had to prove myself a little bit to everybody again, and I think I went out and did that.
Have you talked to any guys on the squad? And if so, what have they told you or welcomed you with?
Yeah, I've actually had a bunch of guys reach out to me, which is awesome. They're already making me feel welcome to the team, and they've just all said how great the area is, and you're gonna love Carolina. So I'm really looking forward to it, and the group sounds amazing. So I'm really excited to get down there and build relationships with everybody.
We started this conversation kind of with the reputation of the Canes, right, and why you're excited to play here. But there's also a definite feeling of change, or kind of a regroup this offseason, some names that the fan base is very familiar with moving on. Do you get the sense that you're part of kind of a new wave here, or a new influx of something that's designed to get them over whatever hump they haven't been able to get over?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously some key D-men moved on, and those are going to be big shoes to fill. But I think we're up to the challenge, and the other signings that they've had, I think are great additions as well, and I think it's just going to make us a deeper team as well. So I think and I hope that we can make that next stride. I've seen how well they've done in the regular season. It just seems like there's just a little hiccup here and there, and can't get over the next hump. But I'm hoping to be a big part of it, and that would be obviously a dream come true.
We're talking with Sean Walker, defenseman for the Canes, 5-year, $18 million free agency contract after spending last season with the Flyers and Avalanche. Sean, what do you know about North Carolina just as a place, right? Because sometimes we get caught up in like the hockey stuff, but you're going to come live here. What do you know about North Carolina?
Yeah, honestly, I'm doing research day in, day out right now. I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things, and I've heard people that play there want to live there forever. So I'm really excited to see what it's all about. But I've looked at some houses already, and the real estate just looks beautiful. The area looks beautiful. The weather is an upside. Really excited to get down there and just ingrain myself into the lifestyle for sure.
Well, just right along with that, how important was the 5 years on the contract where you can feel comfortable diving right into real estate and everything? And, I'm sure after last year, it probably felt like you were living out a suitcase.
Yeah, it was definitely something that me and my wife talked about, and it was definitely something important to us that we would really try to get as much term as possible that we felt comfortable with and the team felt comfortable with. It's definitely a whirlwind, getting traded from LA to Philly to Colorado, and then now signing with Carolina. So we're definitely excited and looking for some stability here for the next while. And we really think Carolina is going to be such a great fit, and we couldn't be happier.
Well, I'll give you this opportunity. Feel free to use it or not. But there's 3 college programs here in the area between North Carolina, NC State, and Duke. That there's some fan bases here. Do you want to pledge your allegiance, or it's like being sorted into a house in like Harry Potter or something like that? Do you know which one you're going with?
I'm a college graduate myself, so my loyalties are to Bowling Green, Ohio. But come March Madness season, I think I might be with the Tar Heels. So we'll stay at that for now. But I gotta do some more research.
Okay,
I can't make a definite decision yet.
Preliminarily with Chapel Hill, we'll hopefully
we'll do that.
Hopefully we'll check back up with you after you get some time here and see if that rings true. But good luck with everything, and welcome to the area.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.